History was made out there in New Zealand once again, this time in the form of a brand new ship. Brand new ship getting a brand new captain in the form of the first ever lesbian captain, and brother, things went about as well as you'd expect. But let's get a little background here first. A Yorkshire woman takes command of Royal New Zealand Navy ship. Yes, a brand new Royal New Zealand Navy vessel gets a very deserving, diverse captain, and well, let's not spoil it too early, but the Harrogate-born Yvonne Gray trained as a teacher. Holy shit. How many guys grow up wanting to join the Navy, get their own vessel, but she just decided, screw it, when I'm in my 50s, after I've gotten married, maybe I'll just, see what the Navy can do for me. Trained as a teacher, and once hoped to open her own restaurant. Instead, she said she found her perfect niche as a naval officer, first in the Royal Navy, and now now in the Pacific with the Royal New Zealand Navy. Fantastic. At the end of 2022, rather. Okay, so today, Commander Gray took the helm of the RNZN's dive, hydrographic, and salvage vessel HMNZS Manawanui, based in Devonport Naval Base in Auckland. Manawanui is a Maori for steadfast or big heart. Aw, how adorable. In her first ship command in the naval career that started in the United Kingdom in 1993. Wouldn't you think that she should be retired by that age? Holy shit. Okay, as a warfare officer. Well, you joined after the Falklands was done. Boo. Her service as a warfare officer ranged from working on aircraft carriers to frigates and mine hunters. Oh yeah, definitely. Somebody that you should fast track to captainhood. In 2012, Commander Gray and her wife, Sharon, I can see why you got fast track, moved to New Zealand. Oh yeah, that makes a lot more sense. After falling in love with the country during a camper van holiday. Is that what you guys call U-Hauls over in New Zealand? The most obvious thing to do is to join the Royal New Zealand Navy, she said. Well, yeah, of course, you don't have anything else going for you, so yeah, sure, there's no shame to my game. I'll be a diversity hire. As a commanding officer of the RNZN's Mine Counter Measures team, she participated in activities all over the world, and her role in a maritime evaluation has seen her help work up ships and crews to peak efficiency. She said her eyes lit up at the thought of taking command of the Manawanui, which entered service for the Royal New Zealand Navy 3 years ago. So in 2019, she was a brand new vessel, and then ended up getting docked because, what happened? Not too long after that, to the entire country, they ended up getting locked down harder than, we're talking about lesbians, those jokes write themselves. Sure, for a lot of warfare officers, that's the pinnacle of their career, to get to drive a ship. Holy shit. I prefer to think of my career as a ridgeline. Sometimes the view is good, and sometimes it is better. She drives the ship. You talking women, man. Former student of Bilton Grange Primary School and Harrogate Granby High School. She obtained a Bachelor's of Education, University of Lancaster, but teaching jobs were scarce in Yorkshire at the time. Yeah, so a failed teacher becomes a naval captain, and the moment she takes it out on the high seas, you'll never guess what happens. Lesbian Commander of New Zealand ship sinks a $100 million naval vessel. First New Zealand naval ship sunk since World War II, but hey, she was a diverse captain. New Zealand has lost its first naval ship since the Second World War after the HMNZS Manawanui. Oh, that's the vessel we were just talking about. Crashed into the reef, caught on fire, and sank off the coast of Samoa. Holy shit. Commander Yvonne Gray, a British lesbian who was in charge of the $100 million ship at the time of the disaster, was generated environmental concerns about the ship's oil contaminating the local reef and sea habitat. Authorities launched an investigation into the failure and said it was the first unintentional sinking of the New Zealand naval vessel since World War II, CNN reported through gritted teeth. The incident occurred on Saturday evening when a specialist dive and hydrographic vessel lost power and ran aground while conducting a reef survey 1 nautical mile off the coast of Samoa Island, Upali, as per New Zealand authorities. 1 mile off. Yo, man, you couldn't have done this any worse. The Navy said crew members spotted smoke on Sunday at around 6:40 in the morning, and by 9 a.m. the ship had sunk. Just a $100 million failure. Oh well. In One morning, she did just about as much a financial disaster to the entire country as New Zealand as Jacinda Ardern did during her entire befuddling reign. All 75 crew members and passengers were rescued by night with some sustaining minor injuries. So you're telling me that the captain didn't go down with the ship? Boo. Commander Yvonne Gray, yes, moved to New Zealand in 2012, and yeah, ergo, she was far more competent and qualified to pilot said craft than anybody who would have been a naturally born New Zealand citizen, somebody who would have actually been in the Navy, somebody who, I don't know, might have been under the age of 60. This was Gray's first ever ship command. And she gets $100 million boat, huh? Interesting. Gray appeared to champion diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. I mean, surprise! How else did she get hired? In 2023, a Facebook post. Yeah, she is a boomer after all. She posted a photo on board a ship and wrote in the caption, "A great team requires time and effort and recognition that everyone brings something valuable. No room for exclusion. No room for bullying. Hashtag pink shirt day New Zealand." Yeah. If I see that's the crew of the ship that I'm going on, I'm not getting on that boat. I'm not doing it. According to local authorities, distress calls were received by Samoan police shortly before 7 p.m. on Saturday night. Small boats were dispatched to warn that the ship was absorbing water and that the crew would likely require evacuation by 5 a.m. on Sunday. All those on board had been rescued. Oh man, you didn't want to go down with your super diverse ship? Well, that's a shame. You're just kind of in the military for the clout, I guess. But bro, when have we ever seen one of these diverse go above and beyond, get the opportunity? Because that's always what they say. We just want the opportunity. It'll show us how well we'll succeed, right? Like, over on the side margin there, you see Kamala Harris, who's just the ultimate encapsulation of DEI nominees writ large. Somebody who hasn't accomplished anything. Somebody who is not qualified for the position that they're in, but they're there just because they check the right boxes. Or in the case of Yvonne, doesn't check certain boxes. Or rather, uses her tongue to check the boxes. When have they ever shown their qualities, gone above and beyond the station for which they've been appointed to? Like, literally no examples are out there. Like, we're seeing these policies, we're seeing these procedures fail in every single instance. Wherever they're applied, they fail. And they fail hard. When is enough going to be enough? When are people finally going to start pushing back? When are people finally going to wake up en masse and realize that, yeah, we don't really need to do all of this stuff. We're trying to appeal to a lower demographic, but then at the end of the day, we're sacrificing our bottom line. We're sacrificing our company. But you can go ahead and you can put on your tinfoil hat and you think that, oh no, this is what the government, because they just want control. This is just, this is just communism under a different name and blah, blah, blah. But no, eventually people are going to wake up, and we're seeing it because there is a parallel economy arising. There are independents. There is private industry waking up and filling in the gaps for all of these other failed policies. You love to see it, and we're going to be seeing it over these next couple of years. If certain things break the right way, we're going to see that exacerbate faster than all of these policies are going to burn down. Because you see it in entertainment, you see it in escapism all the time. Now, if just the boomers can wake up and realize that, oh yeah, the malaise that you put culture in over the past 20 years with your apathy, thinking that the kids will be all right, they'll eventually just, figure stuff out. Once they get in the real world, they'll leave all of those left-wing ideals and universities where they belong. When they finally start to wake up to that stuff, then we can finally start to get back to a normal functioning society. But maybe I'm being a little bit high in the sky on this. Maybe it's going to take a little bit longer, but trust me, we'll eventually course correct on this one. Otherwise, we'll just hit a cultural iceberg and go down with the societal ship. But with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.